with Adrian Biddle. Melissa Bartlett. And your boy, Kerry Bixby. It's your show. So tell us what you want to talk about. It's the At the Round Table podcast show. Whoa! Oh my goodness. Man, look at us. Hey, we are live and direct. That's what's up. Although Instagram probably heard every single thing we were talking about. But that's all right.
Oh, yeah.
There wasn't anything bad. Hi, our IG family.
What's going on, family? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? It is People's Podcast Show. Man, it feels kind of odd. So
it do.
Y'all have to bear with us right now because it's been a long time since all of these bodies were in one place.
Yeah.
2 years. 2 years.
And almost a half. 2 years and a half.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
Yes.
That kind of sounds like when somebody say, "How old is your baby?" 47 months. No, they're 2. Going on 3.
Yeah. But yeah, hey family, what's going on? It is so good to have y'all joining us once again on the People's Podcast Show. It is At the Round Table. I can do it now because it's real cool because everybody's with me. I can introduce everybody and not be pointing in boxes that may not be there or the wrong one. So
that's tricky. Always tricky.
It is because you'd be like, hey, but I can do it like this. Over here to my left, your right, is our lovely co-host who keeps us in check always. It is Melissa, Miss Pitbull Bartlett.
Hey guys, it feels so weird to be here with you guys because I don't know. I feel nervous, guys. Like I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Adrian. I think it's A Money. He's making me nervous because he keeps piercing over his glasses at me. I'm gonna behave. I promise. I'm gonna behave. I promise. You see Kerry separated us, family. You see that.
The reason why I'm here is because I'm the guy that has to play around with all the electronics and stuff. Trust and believe. Hey,
too funny.
It is what it is. But over here to my immediate right, y'all's left in TV land, I get to introduce the man, the myth, the legend, the dopest debonair.
What was that adjective you gave him last week? Decibels.
Oh yeah, we added to it. So basically it was it's the dopest debonair.
Oh wow.
Deep decibel deep.
Goodness.
It is he, Adrian A Money Bill.
Oh man. Thank you so much for that introduction. I don't know what to say. A lot of it is untrue, but I appreciate it anyway. Like Melissa was saying, it's almost surreal. It's been so long, and us being together again on our anniversary. Yes. But last but not least, the man in the center, the one that stirs the drink. CD.
What's going on, family? What's going on, Haggy? Thank you for joining us on At the Round Table.
Hey, Haggy.
Haggy, I want to give shouts out to my sis, boy. She came over the other evening, and we just always have a great time with her. Her energy is just amazing, and even when you ain't trying to be that type of person, Haggy, you are that person. So I got to give shouts out to my sis. Yeah, thank y'all. It's been 2 3/4 or whatever. Heck, rounded up 3 years. We might as well. I mean, I don't know, but it's been interesting to be separated, but yet we were still together, and now we're all together right now. And it was funny because they're coming in, and we're just chit chatting and everything, and before you're looking at the time, like, oh shoot, we gotta go do the show, But it's been that long since we've all been together and stuff, so it's truly a blessing. Tonight is the anniversary show. Man, I was just picking at A Money because I was like, yo, you the historian. Because A Money keeps up with it. Like, literally he knows, like he's been down since day one.
Right.
And he would always tell us, it's the anniversary coming up, what are we gonna do? Things of that nature. But I thought about it and I said, shoot, just reflection alone, how long we've been doing this and all the individuals we've had sitting across from us or in the square or whatever. It's been crazy, y'all. It's truly been crazy. Oh, we love you too, I
think we've had some great guests. I think if you go back to some of our previous shows, like how we were getting a feel for each other and getting, I feel like there was a natural click, but like we really polished our hand it off. We kind of know when and how someone is going to speak. And the shows have definitely matured from the first ones that you guys allowed me to join you.
Yeah, they really matured.
Well, here we go, y'all.
I think that was a dig. What do you guys think?
Yeah, and y'all get a chance. Tell us what was y'all most favorite show, or what was a very memorable show to you. We've done so many. We've had so many people. We've had so many topics. The What You Talking About Wednesdays always go off the cuff, and we learn so much about y'all. But tell us, what is y'all favorite show? What was the most memorable one? What was the one that you could say, heck, that should have been on TV? Whatever it is, let us know. Oh, and here we go. Charlie Tubes, what's going on, sis?
Hey, Charlie.
You gonna have to read that one. Because I always get tongue-tied whenever. I don't know what it is.
I love you friendly.
Not by yourself. Gets me too.
It gets you too? Okay. Yeah, she put that word together.
Isn't Charlie too supposed to be coming to Charlotte?
She's supposed to be here. What is it, Charlie? Is it going to be? Yeah, it's this month.
It's this month, Charlie. This month. So hopefully your schedule is still the same because we want to see you.
Yeah. Definitely be. And she's like one, her and Hagi. I mean, we got some people that follow us loyally and tell other people about us. And, that's why we call it the People's Podcast Show. Matter of fact, that term actually came from a certain individual right here. He is the one that coined that phrase, and it has become it need to be trademarked. Matter of fact, it should be on the T-shirt. And he came up with that. So shouts out to my boy A Money on that.
Oh, good for something sometime.
Dang, just like that.
The love come and then it's
just like that.
Waves, just like waves.
So Charlie too said, I loved being a guest. I also loved all the shows with Liz. Hell, all the shows.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was a nice show when you were able to participate. Have to get you back on again.
Yeah, definitely. Most definitely. She said she'll be here August 27th. So it's gonna be Leo season once again. In full effect. Yes. So what about y'all? What would y'all say? I mean, considering we've been doing this a minute, what would y'all say is a show that you could really like brag about, or say, hey, this is one right here? I know what you're gonna say.
Oh, do you?
Well, go ahead. Somebody go ahead. I know I got one, but
I like the one with.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like where she going with that one.
I like the one with Mr. Anthony.
Who?
You know who I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. You got to say it right now. We've had some Anthonys on this show, believe it or not.
I know we have.
And you put the Miss in front of Miss Pitbull.
Right.
So
which one?
You have to say his name.
Put some respect on that name.
Mm-hmm.
You know who I'm talking about.
The people might have some new viewers on here. They're like, wow, oh my goodness, what are you talking about?
Who's Mr. Anthony?
Yeah, who's Mr. Anthony?
Is it Paul Anthony?
Oh, okay. Okay. That was definitely memorable.
I like that one.
I like that one.
There's another one too. I like all of them. I'm kind of like Charlie. I'm a little partial, a little biased.
If I had to choose, it's probably one. Actually, it's we were actually interviewed by what's the publication again? Oh gosh, I apologize. I forgot the name. Enjoy Life. And we had the pleasure of being interviewed talking about the podcast, and that was a recording, and that was probably, I know that wasn't a show, but I enjoyed that. But if I had to pick a show, it would probably be how I love him. Right. But probably QCB, because he kind of threw a different mix, comedian and everything. So yeah. I like that one.
Oh, our queen, the actress.
Oh yes.
Yes, she always brings great energy, and
she does.
She messes with A Money more than I do. So yeah.
So Charlie 2 said, I appreciate that aside being the People's Podcast. You are truly good people in our community. Oh man. Appreciate that. Getting choked up.
Oh man.
She said, I also love that you also talk about various topics that span the gamut of community.
Yes.
Yes, we
do.
No doubt.
That's important.
Definitely.
But you all steer the conversations too, so happy anniversary to us all, because everybody participating.
Pretty cool.
I like that happy anniversary.
I
like he come up with another one.
That was like
who got the keys? Who got the keys? A Money got the keys.
No, I just got tongue tied. That's what that was.
Well, it was a great look. It was good. Happy anniversary. I like it. You can put that on a t-shirt too.
We could. Just gotta sell them. Hey. You never know though. Stay tuned. Yeah, I think all the shows are pretty cool. I think the variety that comes on here, because one of the things that I noticed over the years is, everybody has their niche. And to be honest with you, we've watched a lot of podcast shows. We've been partners with a lot of podcast shows. We've been, running neck and neck with them for awards and things of that nature. And everybody has their niche. Everybody has something that makes them so unique, and they have their own lane. And I think one of the blessings about our show is the fact that, the diversity. And that kind of goes back to, conversations with A Money in the beginning, and then with Melissa, is the fact that they said, we wanted to be diverse. We don't want to be cookie cutter. We don't want it to be a show in which all you have is rap, or all you have is girl talk, or all you have is this. But to be able to, it's amazing, because to be able to be on a show and you can talk to a college professor about law and about politics, and then you flip the script and you're talking to a well-renowned actor, and then you flip the script and then you're over here talking to somebody who's been in the music industry for 20 plus years, and then you go over here and you're talking to a young person who's making things happen in his community with other young people. It's just the variety, which is always amazing.
Oh my goodness, that's bringing up the gentleman from Flint, Michigan that A Money brought on to talk about the support from the United Way. And you have that, and then you have the young man that was in Georgia. We've had some we've had some heavy hitters. We've had some jewels on this show.
Yes, we have.
We have.
Chartu said, I could stir this pot all day.
Stir it.
She said, A Money, I like the happy anniversary.
See?
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
She said, I'm also G-Dog biased. Go G-Dogs.
All day long. Woo.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
But yeah, I mean, that's one of the things about this show. And I know sometimes, and it was funny, because now that you think about it, we've actually had people from our workplace on the show. We've had people that, ironically enough, and I know you remember this show, we had a certain PR individical on our show, and she got on us big time about being social media savvy, the socialite. And it's been amazing, just the development of the show when you have people feeding into you.
Yes.
You know, the critiques haven't been, you know, like, oh, well, y'all not going to make it. But it's been stuff that's saying, hey, we want you to be better. We want you to strive to be better. We want you to grow.
Right.
And everybody would come in contact. Matter of fact, we just got a hit just the other day. Well, today, as for a matter of fact, on potential guests. So, like, people are really feeding into the concept of the People's Podcast Show.
Yes.
Charlie 2 said, it's okay, BBFF. You're a pit bull in a skirt right along with me. Yeah, wait till August 27th. Boy, I'm going to tell you.
Just gotta see. Look, I might go live since Charlie 2's will be with us. So our Instagram followers, like we have some people watching via Instagram. Might go live with Charlie 2's just to put a little sparkle and some jazz on our IG channel. So we'll see.
Yes. I wonder what Facebook people are talking about today. And that's another thing, y'all, too. Even though it's our anniversary, we want to constantly talk about us. It'd be kind of cool. But we also want to talk about the things that are going on, you know, around us. Because, again, it's the People's Podcast Show. So I know for a fact there's been a lot of dialogue going on about, dare I even say it, but I have to stir the pot or the drink or whatever.
That's what he does.
The raid. Somebody's place got raided.
Oh.
And they were looking for some paperwork. I was wondering if they were going to get some of that artwork and stuff that he took away from the White House, but we ain't going to go there. But yeah, it's just amazing that this individual still gets, you know, airtime. I mean, what's going to happen? I mean,
he still has a following, a strong following.
Yes, he does.
He still has a strong following.
I'm not understanding it. I swear I'm not understanding it.
Well, whenever you follow a belief so blindly and proof is brought forth to you telling you otherwise, you have to be open-minded to actually listen and actually review what's being brought to you in sincerity and then make a decision based off on that. But when you just ignore what the evidence is or past transgressions, then you pretty much are in a cult. I hate to put it like that.
Exactly. You know what? That's exactly what those followers remind me of.
Yeah.
They all say the same things. They have the same segmented vocabulary. I mean, it does seem like a cult.
Yes.
Yeah, they really do. Trav, what's going on? Thank you for joining us on that round table.
Put that fist up. Put that fist up.
Hero training right there, man.
That was a good show as well.
That was an amazing show. And let me tell you, I even, you know, on Thursday nights, Renee and I can be sitting and we get the alert and he has this show at 9 o'clock on Thursday nights. And let me tell you, we're going to shift gears because Charlie 2 just said, nah, don't even give that certain individual the time of day about his raid. So we're going to flip the script. We're not going to do it, Charlie.
True that, Charlie. Hey, you helped direct the show too?
Yep. So she said, hang it up. We hang it up. But Trav let me tell you, that brother is talented. Last week, I was watching it, and Trav broke out in singing. And Renee stopped watching the TV, and she turned and we just sat there and we listened to him. He was just singing. And I was like, this brother is multi-talented. Not only does he bring thought-provoking dialogue to his show, which he did on our show. Thank you, Trav.
Yes.
But for him, he's musically inclined as well. And just to be able to sit and talk with him. So shouts out to Trav. If you get a chance, check out his show Thursday nights on Facebook Live. It's that hero training right there. Charlie 2 said, let me know. I want to come correct, even though it's family time too. So hey, so that means you get to be on the show. You might have to do a special show, maybe. You know, maybe that's
because her and what's our sexologist?
Liz.
Oh gosh, that was a barn burner right there. When I say they were unveiling some stuff.
Oh, yeah. Right. Education.
Yes.
Too.
Yes.
And shout outs to Liz and congratulations again. We are so excited for our tiny new ATRT person to join us when they get here. We're gonna have to get them a onesie.
Yeah, we ought to get him or her an ATRT.
An ATRT onesie. We need to do that.
Yeah.
Put something cool on there.
I'd like to check with her to see how that might be another good show too. Just how things have changed since
she's expecting.
Yes.
Well, look, this time it wasn't your daughter, it was Liz.
Yeah.
Remember?
Liz.
She said every time Liz is on the show, she winds up having a baby.
So now they both are on the show at the same time. So now Liz having a baby. So hey,
they need to keep that. Well, I ain't gonna call it a curse, but they need to keep that between them two.
Hey, we don't know. Could it be the show? Does the show have those type of properties?
Well,
it's the People Podcast show.
Never know.
Populating the people, huh?
Yeah. Charlie said, "I love Liz and congrats on ATRT friendly." I get someone on that.
You got it.
See, that's what you know. You're a family boy. You know, you got to say anything. You just jump in. But yeah, man, I'm gonna tell you another show which was really cool. I thought, it was on the tip of my tongue, and I was gonna say it earlier. What was his name? God, we've done so many shows. It's like a blur. I was actually trying to watch some of the shows on our website the other day, and I just could not believe the number of shows that we've had. I think one show which was real cool, and I hate they closed down, was the coffee shop that was in North Charlotte.
Yeah.
And it was amazing because, well, not only that one, but I think a lot of places back in the day, y'all, we used to do shows live, like at places. Like we would go to coffee shops.
Queen's Coffee Bar.
Queen's Coffee Bar. Yep. We went there. We've done like little minis at Beulah's at one time. We've done it at co-ops. I mean, it's just been amazing. And then, like Sis had mentioned, you know, how we've kind of matured over the years. And then, you know, when, you know, things happen and society changed, we had to go digital, and, you know, we found us on there doing squares, and then people saying, hey, how can we get on? Charlie said, okay, I am not coming on with your daughter. LOL. I love her, but team no kids. Charlie 2 says, my attendance is better here than it was at Guaranteed. Say it ain't so, sis.
Really?
Wow, come on now.
I don't know whether to feel proud about it or
keeping it real.
Hey,
real, boy. She was like, man, the G wasn't it.
Hey, we certainly appreciate the attendance. That's for sure.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate it.
Yes.
And thank you, Charlie, for the comment about the artwork and stuff. Yeah. It's my relaxation. So, and here's the thing, my son came up with the idea, one of the ideas as far as just posting everything everywhere and stuff, because we're downstairs in in one of the studio offices here at our home. And it's interesting because it's like, he was like, you know, if you want to get the word out, and my son is a big social media guy. I mean, I did not know he had a following the way he did until I got on Instagram. And then like when Socialite really got on us about being on Instagram, and I got on there and I started following him, and I'm like, this dude right here is like, he's bananas. He just got like a lot of people following clothing companies and stuff like that. Send him stuff. I'm like, dang, I wish I did that when I was your age.
Ambassadors, being a brand ambassador is where it's at.
It sure is. I was a brand ambassador in Subway. Making cold cut combos. I was like, God, these opportunities. How did I get that, man?
Well, you still can. There's no age limit to that.
True.
So yeah, there's no age limit. But I do want to make sure I take time out while this is on my mind. And I really want to shout out Kerry and say thank you, because if it was not for him doing the editing and the archiving and the posting of the shows on our various platforms, we would not have the opportunity to actually go back and look at the shows. We wouldn't have it where we could send a link out and people are like, oh, wait a minute, you guys have been doing this a long time. And they're going back and watching stuff from 2018 and even before I joined. because please understand, this has been going on for a long time. Before podcasts were really, really popular, these two gentlemen were doing this. So it was a privilege for me and an honor for me to be allowed to join this podcast because they have done it for so long. I was taking notes. I was like, okay, let me see how this works. Let me see how, how to do this. And so if it was not for him, taking the time out to edit the shows and post them and archive them, we would not have that library that we have of our work. So we appreciate you. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Very elegant.
That was, and it actually put me on pause because I'm like, dang, I got about 4 more to edit. Let me get to work.
And I think, and kind of piggybacking off of that too, Mel, it was, I think it was our extreme pleasure to bring you on. Me and CD were talking about it when we were going to approach us. We both agreed. Yeah, this is #1 draft pick right here. Go ahead and
my jersey today.
Go ahead and make her an offer and bring her on board. We knew that you would be that ingredient that would help spice up the show. So
yeah,
it was no brainer.
Definitely no brainer.
Thank you, thank you.
Charlie 2 says she was a brand ambassador for Pure Romance social media this national training. That's what's up. Congrats. Yeah, I think it's interesting because I think the show has evolved so much. I remember when we first started the show, going back to the show, and then we're going to go back to, of course, the people. But I think when we first started the show, we've had several hosts on here. Shouts out to Letice Howley, shouts out to Tika Rose. They were hosts on the show as well.
Yeah. And
with anything that you do, there's always growth and there's always maturation, and then there's always leaving the nest. And those two, they did their time with us, and we learned so much from them, and then they gravitated to other things and stuff. So when we were doing the show, we just felt as though that we didn't have that flavor, and Mel brought that flavor. Bottom line, it was like, just from us talking with her, sidebar stuff and just friend stuff, we just knew that she would be that element that would help take it to the next level, and she has.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be on the show though. Remember,
you didn't.
Hey, I'm like, what do you guys need to do? Like, I'm going to support this. I'll be the person to make sure you have studios. I'll be the person to make sure you have. Like, I did not want to be on the show. Like, I literally wanted to just be in the background.
I remember that.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, she got on here, and it like, boom. I mean, it's just something that when you know. And our hats go off to Mel because there's a lot of stuff that she's done behind the scenes that I know I can't get to, Adrian can't get to, that she's done. She's hit the ground running, and we've been very successful because of it. So thank you.
Yeah.
Charlie 2 said, she said, thank you, ATRT, for being a voice by giving us a voice. I appreciate the support.
Dang.
That is really what it is.
Here we go.
Yeah, look at
We ain't bring no tissue down here.
He gonna use his shirt like he do when he eat that CeeLo.
Oh God! That was a good jab right there.
That was a dirty one.
She jabbed him.
No need for that.
I had a visual.
I know, right?
Totally uncalled for. Just getting back up in here good, and you already.
I'm sorry. I said I was gonna behave, family, and that's what I'm gonna do. I apologize. I'm sorry, A-Money. That was genuine, family.
I want to shift gears real quick because I was talking to our sister yesterday, Hagi, and I don't know if y'all got, what is it, stars or whatever sort. P-Valley.
Don't you talk about it?
Have you seen it?
No.
I like P-Valley, so let's go. Go ahead and say what you're going to say so I can say what I want to say.
No, I was just, it was interesting because P-Valley is a very, very, very good show. I put it that way. And people, I've seen a lot of people on social media, they've voiced, their displeasure on certain things about P-Valley and stuff. And, we had a very good dialogue yesterday about P-Valley. And I personally want to say I think the writing behind it is so thought-provoking, and there's a lot of history behind it as well. A lot of history that people don't know about P-Valley. Okay, the characters, where they came from, how they've evolved to be on the show that you're watching right now. It started off, it was a play in the beginning.
Yeah.
And, you know, just to see, I think a lot of times you have to get past certain things that make you uncomfortable to really read into what things are being portrayed and the messages that are in there and stuff. So I think we had a very good dialogue about it. But what you think about it?
I like P-Valley. I think a lot of people who don't, let me put it this way. I think P-Valley makes you recognize the things that make you uncomfortable.
Okay.
So you go into watching something that you're like, oh, like I didn't know. Oh, I didn't, you know.
Right.
You just thought it was about strippers, or you just thought it was about dancers, or you just thought about like, but growing up in the South, having family in Mississippi, having family in Louisiana, having my roots in Alabama, the accent, you know, you have some people who have evolved and they've gotten educated, and there's like, oh, I'm so tired of seeing this. This is where some people really are. And I love the fact that they keep the set, they keep the scenery, they keep everything really how it is. This is 2022. Like, this is not a show that's taking place like 1990s, 80s. This is what it is in 2022.
Right.
And they touch on a lot of topics that should be discussed on a regular in our community. So, you know, you don't like homosexuality, it's there, you know. The abortion law, it was there. Having a mom who used to pimp out her daughter and now she's a preacher. I mean, you talk about like you talk about the topics and the layers to stuff, and like you said, it's in there. It's just a little bit this and a little bit of that. If you're watching it and you're watching it to pay attention, they do a great job of just adding just a little bit of this and a little bit of that in there. And then there's the dancers. I appreciate pole dancers. I'm not one of those women that's like, oh my God, if you knew what it took to do the things that they do, their body strength, their creativity, you have to give them their props. I'm sorry, you have to. So I like P-Valley. I just told my youngest I'm going to rewatch season 2.
Season 2
again.
Yeah, it's very, and Aiden Money, you haven't seen it, right? Okay, you might want to at least check out season 1. Yeah, check out season 1, and then you can determine for yourself. Because again, this is People Podcast. We're not going to tell you what to do, but it's very diverse. The show. It's not for you. It's not for you. You're right. But if it is, I think our P-Valley following, we're strong in numbers. And yes, I watch it, and I it's entertainment. It's entertainment. Yeah. I watch anything, to be honest with you, to a certain extent, unless it's something that's just like totally gonna fry your brain and cause you to lose brain cells that you need in age 60 or 70. But I mean, it's a very interesting and very thought-provoking show, I would say. Robert Connor, thank you for joining us on At the Round Table. Appreciate you, man.
Mr. Connor.
So Charlie 2 said, it is just the truth when you think about truly what you all have been given to us. This is truly special. You're carving out your place in history if you're paying attention. You are Black history, American history, and our history. Wow. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Dang.
I know. We
hold up. Yeah. Get that 10 minutes. Get that 10 seconds just to soak in.
Let it marinate.
Just a little bit.
We should hit that marinate part.
Yeah. All right. Appreciate it.
So then she says, Charlie 2, she said, okay, P-Valley has topics that are authentically representing things that we can identify with our history. Generational curses, sexuality, and gender. Whether we like it or not, we all know or are one of those characters. You hit the nail right on the head.
That's
you hit the nail on the head. Because here's the thing.
That's it.
I'll be honest with you. When I first started watching the show, I wanted to know, and it's interesting because, again, the history behind the show is because back in the day, it was a very well-known play in a very localized area. And the person that plays Uncle Clifford actually read for that play, got the part as Uncle Clifford in that play. And then when it made it to, of course, stars and such, he had to read for that as well. And and it's interesting that he got that and then he just ran with it. I mean, he developed that character from then until now. But what was interesting to me is like what she said. There are brothers that have gone to the strip club and has fantasized over many a woman. And they know there's been the juke joint type strip clubs to the high class ones. Down in Chuckalisa, this one is one of the juke joint / somewhat high class or whatever sort. And, you know, there's always been that one who's the, you know, world famous pole climber. And then there's all the other idiosyncrasies that go along with it. And then, of course, the in-house drama. There's just so much that goes on. I think it's, you know, just for the person who have written this show or whatever, so I think it's pretty cool. Even though there's a little controversy right now because someone else is saying that basically they wrote this play a long time ago. And, you know, it's been stolen and everything. But we're not even going to get into that. I just think it's a very cool show. We'd love to hear what your thoughts are about it. Charlie 2 said, pole ain't for the faint.
It ain't. It is not.
It's not. If you ain't got Mercedes Tennessees, don't get on there.
I'm tell you, she's always been my favorite. When season 1, Mercedes and Mississippi, baby. Even though Keyshawn makes me, I love Mississippi, but Keyshawn pisses me off. Okay,
and that's another dynamic in itself. Because about that show, think about it. That dynamic with her, childhood sweetheart.
Yep.
Kids.
Yep.
Abuse. And
how can you be so confident as Mississippi?
But you know the reason why?
But not as Keyshawn.
She separates herself. I think she had to do that because if you we can't even get into the whole thing. If you haven't watched it.
Yeah, just watch it. Just watch it because we can't even get into it. But again, this is if you go in open-minded, you can really understand and appreciate the art that's being provided. If you go in biased and you go in with your like, oh, this is all this is, then you're gonna miss the point. And we don't want you watching it anyway.
Well, I think, when I started watching it, I didn't start watching it because there's going to be a whole bunch of strippers and stuff. I wanted to know. I'm big on storylines.
Yep.
Anything I watch, the storyline has to be hitting and it has to captivate me in order for me to continually watch it or binge it or whatever the case may be. Because the writers today, very good writers today for shows, they're bringing in the elements that happen in life. Period. It's nothing. They're coming up with stuff. Like, oh, hey, let's just make a character that, is non-binary and blah, 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 blah. This is life is what they're writing
real
about.
Life.
And it has to keep you. So I think anybody, if you get a chance, watch that show. There's been a lot of shows out that have been very good that tackle many different topics. Hey, All-American Homecoming. Check that one out. That's a very good one. Have you seen it?
Loot.
I haven't seen that one.
Loot is the season is done, but Loot is one of my top Apple shows. It was Ted Lasso. If you haven't watched Ted Lasso on Apple TV, please check out Ted Lasso. But Loot is the next one. What else do I watch? Like it's a few of them that I watch and I check in. I used to like The Morning Show. That's an Apple original. There's something else. There's one more. There's another one. Like Apple has really great originals. Amazon has great originals.
Amazon has very good
to the point where these independent platforms are taking the buzz out of Hollywood movies. Like if it's not Marvel or something like that, I mean, it's taking the buzz out of, as you see, they're resurrecting, and I hate to say it this way, and it might not be appropriate, but I feel this way. They're resurrecting a lot of the actors and actresses that pull big box numbers. So you have these new movies with an older and acceptable Brad Pitt. You have, well, Meryl Streep has always been a queen, but you have these movies that they're like, oh, well, before, how Hollywood is, boom, they want the younger the better all the time.
Always.
But because you can put whoever in a movie, if your writing and your vision hasn't changed, it's going to be the same box.
That's true.
And people have been exposed to these individual platforms now, and they're like, why am I paying $13 for that when I can sit at my house and get like some quality storylines, action?
Yeah.
I just don't want them to turn P-Valley into Empire, where you had fresh faces, fresh storyline, and then they started pounding all these stars. Like, I do not want them to start having like a lot of stars in P-Valley. I wanted it to stay how it is with a guest appearance here and there. I hope they don't do that.
Yeah.
Now that it's, it's picked up.
Yeah, it loses the authenticity of the intent of the show in the beginning.
Yes.
So Charlie Twos just said, I got to chime this one in. She said, moment of transparency. I have similar storylines is why I'm invested in P-Valley. Okay. It's the People Podcast Show. You can share.
No.
It's entirely up to you. I'm just
you
saying.
Can share on 27 when we overeat chicken and drinking lemonade. Then you can share.
She said Tammy Roman's new version of Cheaters is also good. The Upshaws are good.
Yeah.
Also, Amber Brown for Families is on Apple TV. There you go. See, you got some shows y'all haven't watched them.
The Upshaws. That's what I meant to actually look at.
Yeah,
the second season.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
There's a scammer that's interrupting our IG stream.
Okay. Guess what? You can't get on.
All right. We're not going to answer that.
Nope.
So that's a ringer? Right, let me.
No. Well, it's vibrating because it's on that stand. So that's why it sounds like that.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
But, yeah.
Sounds creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there we
it's
go.
Bad. Yay.
So, yeah, there's a lot of good shows out there. If you get a chance, y'all, check them out. I mean, heck, Hollywood changed quite a bit, if you think about it, with, COVID and people not going to the movies and things of that nature. So I think the creativity level had to step up a notch in order to keep people entertained. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I'll sit with Renee and we'll just binge watch some real good shows. I mean, sometimes it's like, you want to watch a movie? Yeah. And then we're like, let's binge watch so-and-so. We just sit and just watch it. I go get some snacks, come back and give it to her. She go get up and get some drink, come back with that. And before you know, we watch the whole thing. Oh, Thor. Love and Thunder.
Is it good?
We saw it the first week.
And what did you think? It's a Marvel thing. I told him whenever I see it, I will get it.
If you like Ragnarok,
okay,
it's kind of that times two. If you're not a fan, if you wasn't a fan of Ragnarok, then you probably not gonna like it. Storytelling was decent. Action, plenty of action.
Yeah, so it sucked.
No, it didn't suck. It didn't suck.
That's what I'm getting. I don't know about anybody else.
I said that it was. I would give it a little over average.
Okay. A little over average. So I'm doing a great thing to wait to Disney Plus. Thank you. Yeah.
You?
I'm with you on that. When it's interesting, y'all, when you're watching these trailers, okay, and these trailers depict this one thing, and you get to watching it, and you be like, I think it was average. There was a lot of humor in the show, in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
The storyline, decent storyline. Christian Bale, he did his part.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if I had to compare it, because of course, I don't know if y'all, I'm a big comic book fan, anime fan. And I love what Marvel has done over the past 15 years in regards to movies. But there are some that I'll be like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I say it like this: if you're watching Avengers Endgame, and then you're like, wow, and you know, all that happened with that, and then all of a sudden you watch Thor: Love and Thunder, you're like, And I think they do that on purpose, because if you think about it, you got Ant-Man and the Wasp. You know, you had, of course, Iron Man, who set the precedence of everything, and then you know, you got Captain America, and then the Winter Soldier.
Right.
You know, that came into play, and then of course you can't forget Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one that came out, and then the second one that came, and then you know you got
the third one's on its way.
Third one's on its way. Ant-Man and the Wasp that came out. But I think out of all of them, all of the Marvels that has come out, including what's out right now, they got Sensational She-Hulk that's on Disney.
Not
and then
watching it.
Not watching
She's
it.
not watching it.
Wow.
First of all,
I'm looking forward to that one.
Finish.
I think out of all of them, each one had its own precedence. You know, I appreciate that. You know, Iron Man set the tone, started it off. But the two that really got me that I think was very good, and this is not including the offshoots that were on Netflix, such as Luke Cage and Iron Fist, and then you got The Punisher. That should be a movie in itself. They need to make a movie out of Punisher. But the two that really got me was Avengers Endgame, and of course, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, man. I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
November.
Those two, I think, really set the tone of what Marvel was and is. And I think DC has tried several times to catch up, but they have not been able to get it.
Yeah.
That's my problem with Thor: Love and Thunder and the new Batman movie. It has this white boy 80s feel. And I don't really rock with that.
Mm-hmm.
That's my problem. They did the same thing to the second Wonder Woman's movie.
They did.
You went from this strong woman who realized what love was with a man, and then she goes. It was just weird. It had this 80s dated 80s feel.
It did.
The dating the white 80s feel. And I don't like that. I think they messed up with a line whoever to write that. I'm sorry. I don't agree that they were good movies. So I'll watch Thor: Love and Thunder when it gets on Disney Plus.
So what about She-Hulk?
I'm not even impressed by the trailers. And y'all know I'm a Hulk fan. I'm not even impressed by the trailers. I don't like the fact that, I mean, she doesn't have to look like she worked on a railroad, but I'm just like, really? She has lipstick, even when she turns to the Hulk, like She-Hulk. Yeah, I'm not feeling it. Will I tune in and check it out? I may be pleasantly surprised, but right now the trailers aren't doing it for me.
Yeah. Trailers, like I said, the trailers, they can either make you or break you when it comes to a show.
Netflix, Day Shift, if you haven't watched
it. Yes. Yeah. Posted that online. I said, I was telling my wife, I said, that's going to be a cult classic right there.
That thing was
if you and Queen T have not watched it yet, watch it. I was scared to watch it because I don't watch scary movies, guys. I know I don't do horror films and scary movies, but I mean, you had Jamie Foxx, Megan Good, Snoop. I'm like, I gotta check this out, and it's definitely has humor.
Yes.
Has action.
Got a lot of action.
There's some parts where you can be like, I saw that, y'all messed up, but okay, whatever. But like for the most part, I was pleased with it.
Yeah, it's a must watch. Like I said, that's going to be an instant cult classic. It already is, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Charlton said you have to be a Marvel fan. She said the movie can't stand alone.
That's true.
That's true. That's true. It's not one of the ones that'll be like just like aha, like oh man, like I can go back and watch that again. Right. I've watched it one time. I'm done.
Cause shoot, really?
Yeah.
Outside of Endgame and Black Panther. Captain America.
The first one I couldn't get through it.
The first one was good. What was it? Captain America and the Winter Soldier. And then Captain America Civil War.
Yeah.
Civil War, I think, set the tone for the other Avengers when right before Endgame.
Right.
Yeah,
Because
it set the tone.
being a comic book girl, Marvel was always light, and DC always kind of gave you the dark side.
Noir, yeah.
So Marvel, with that last series of movies, kind of went to the dark side a little bit. Like, okay, because they had to do something to pull the loyal DC followers to the Marvel side.
Yeah.
So to have that intent, and I feel like it was good. And then you put out stuff like, Love and Thunder, and like, really? I feel it's even light for Marvel. Like, I just feel like it's like more cartoony, more animated than
And jumping back on Love and Thunder real quick, Christian Bale taught like a lot of the best parts of it was left on the cutting room floor because they had to shave the time down. So that's probably why some of it didn't seem kind of connected without giving too much away of the movie. But you kind of got some moments that to me didn't really fit.
Yeah.
So they must let that intern, somebody's son or daughter, do the editing.
Quite possibly.
Yeah, it won't be. Like I said, it's one hit of quitters.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, and here's the thing, because I had been telling Renee, I'm like, yo, I got to see. I want to see it. I want to see it because every Marvel thing come out, I want to watch it.
Yeah.
I gotta watch it. And then it was just like, this is what I've been waiting for.
Yeah. My wife, she was like, she was like, at the end of the movie, like, I said, well, let's stick around for the post credits. Yeah, but the movie itself, I can kind of tell that it was kind of lackluster to her too.
Yeah, and they was like, she just looked at me. She was like, so she kind of played it. So what you thought so far?
Forgive us, family. It's not.
I was like,
my inner nerdum was coming out.
Yes.
I talk about Marvel all day long.
Man, who you telling, boy? Hey, Jeremiah Holt, thank you for joining us on At the Round Table. Jeremiah said, congratulations on the anniversary of your show, and I am praying your continued success and grateful for your insights and impact on our community.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you.
Thank you. Should get on here and start talking about Marvel and stuff. Well, I'm telling you. It is what it is.
Well, you got some holiday time coming up, so most of the time that's what people do, especially those who have had to officially go back into the office, and you might be hybrid, but that commute is something different after COVID, and trying to insert some type of normalcy again, like it still feels weird, and you want that kind of place or something that you can kind of just say, okay, let me relax from that, because you wind up being on, tense a little bit when it's time to do that. So some good stuff to watch. You don't have to use our list, but I think we have pretty good. I think we have some nice suggestions for you.
Heck yeah. So yeah, y'all. Hey, also, this is funny because talking about shows and stuff. So I was what day was that? It was this week. I want to say it was either Monday or Tuesday, but for some reason, nothing was really on. We had binge watched a lot of stuff, and we was about to start on another show, and we actually did on Netflix. But before that, when they had cut the TV on and put it on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Oh, stop.
And I was like, it has been a while since I've watched it. Honestly, it's been years since I've even watched that show. And when I started watching it, I was like, Lord, nothing has changed. It's just the same old, people talking about each other. So-and-so dated so-and-so. He was with so-and-so. And just a lot of cattiness. And it's just, I think the only thing that's changed is some new blood. Still got the older people that were in there and stuff.
That are too old that need to go ahead and find something else to do.
But you got the new blood. you know, it's like crazy.
I don't watch it.
Me either. I think I watched
reality shows. I don't do any of them.
You don't do none?
I don't do medicine, whatever. I don't do any. I'm not into it at all.
What about Tommy's show?
Who?
Tommy, nephew Tommy.
No, that Island Love or whatever.
No. It's not Island. She's an Island Love.
What is it?
Ready to Love.
Ready to Love. No.
I will do that more so than watch the other thing, because I think the intent for that show, people are wanting to be in a relationship. You might get one or two that slip in that, you know, they just doing it just to get some airtime so they can become famous later on. But I like that more so. You know, what about you? You don't do it?
No. The only one that me and my wife been watching kind of religiously right now is Naked and Afraid. Love that. Love that.
He said Naked
and Afraid.
No, I'm thinking like, you know.
I was thinking of cooking, like a cooking show.
Yeah.
I was not expecting Naked and Afraid.
Naked and Afraid.
I wind up being in a shop and it was on. And so I am cracking up. And this guy's like, oh, she's really pretty. Oh, maybe I'll have a chance. I'm like, dude, she is not thinking about trying to have love connection out here. She's trying to survive. What is going on?
That's the interesting part about it to me, is just the survival element in the show. And you're out there basically with just a bag and a knife and a fire starter kit.
Well, wait a minute. Do they give that to everybody, or you get to pick what you want? Don't you have to pick what you want?
I think of recent, they at least give you a fire starter now, and then I think that you have the option of each one of you bring or choosing one of those. So
I'm gonna go ahead and be afraid. I'm not doing that. Nah.
Charlie too said Naked and Afraid is so interesting.
I think so too, Charlie.
That kind of got
dealing with the elements, and
that took me by surprise.
Yeah. I mean, it's that percent that you're saying that somebody was trying to get with somebody on this show. That's rare.
No. This was just the beginning when they first introduced who they're going to partner with. That's what, and I'm like, that's the first thing that you think. Like, no, you need to be thinking about
absolutely.
Are they going to help us survive? Like, you know,
absolutely.
Charlie 2 said you get minimum and one picked item.
Okay,
that is crazy though.
Yeah, I had to check that.
Nah,
I'm afraid.
Don't be afraid.
I'm afraid. I don't think I can do that.
I know I couldn't. I know I couldn't. That's rough. I couldn't.
No.
So Charlie said, my friend was just on Create a Sex Room. You should watch that on Netflix. I saw that pop up on our thing or whatever. So that's going to be kind of curious. Yeah. It's like, this woman comes in and help you build your own sex room. Yeah.
Wow.
Put the whips and chains over there. You're not supposed to have this feng shui, you know.
Wow. I got in the wrong profession.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It is. They make shows, you know what? They make shows out of a lot of things right now. I mean, if you have the idea, it could become a show. It really could. Like, I like cooking shows. I love watching cooking shows. Hey, your boy. Hey, we could be sitting there. Matter of fact, what's today? Wednesday? Wednesday and Thursday. Of course, you get the opportunity. You can watch Gordon Ramsay's show.
I'm waiting for that. Hell's Kitchen?
Not Hell's Kitchen. It's the one which the I don't know which Master Chef.
Yeah.
And then Master Chef Junior and then Master Chef. It's just amazing. He has created a dynasty off of people coming in and cooking with him and other people, and then if you do it wrong, he's gonna throw your food over into the ground or whatever.
And have a temper tantrum.
Yes,
I mean, I'm tired of having the temper tantrums. I'm watching Rap SH exclamation point T.
Okay.
It's good. It's a very millennial show, but it's good. It's good. It's funny. I think the episode 6. Probably think that was episode 6, had me laughing the entire time. But that one's good. And I love Black people. I just do. And Issa Rae is dope.
Issa Rae is amazing.
She is dope. She is dope.
She is.
So anything that she puts together, you know, it's gonna be great because we just don't see enough of us on mainstream, you know, syndicated channels. And now that, oh my goodness, what is it with Rainbow and Dre and Blackish.
Blackish.
Now that Blackish is done,
yeah,
I mean,
they got Grownish, but that don't look like it's moving the needle for me. I haven't watched it though, but
yeah, it was hard to. The first one, I had expectations. I was like,
but you know, they're doing one with the son now.
Yeah, Grownish was okay, especially having kids that entered in college like right when it spun off. But I think it's for that demographic more than us. Blackish, it kind of encompassed everything in a family, you know, would go through. But I mean, what else is there? Like, there's nothing else on regular channels.
True.
Yeah.
You have to go. Yeah. Unless you watch FBI.
Yes, let's talk about OA. Sorry. He's Egyptian.
I knew.
That's about as much as African you can get.
Oh gosh, she said as African as you can get. Charlie said, "My friend is Raj of the first couple. It's not what you think, BBFF."
What what you watch? The Ready for Love? Okay, I'll tune in with an unbiased mind.
She said, "I also try to watch shows about our culture or involve my own circle." Yeah, I think that's very important because, again, I mean, you know, how to me it's important how we're portrayed. I mean, of course, you know, there has to be reality, but then I can't always be. Oh, she set up the sex room. That's what.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But yeah, as far as how we're portrayed is very important. I mean, diversity is the key. You know, it ain't always about us thugging and.
Right. And I'm tired. Can we stop with the slave movies, please? Please stop with the slave movies. I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of it.
Nah, that need to be put.
I'm so tired of it.
They're not talking about it in school.
I'm so tired of the slave movies. Oh, you give millions of dollars and that's what you want to go back and do, and you're doing the same stories. Like, I'm tired of the slave movies, man.
I agree with the storyteller.
I'm tired of that. Like, give us something else. Let's do something, because you can still do a slave story and you can make it relevant to the slavery that we're in, the bondage that they have us in right now. So
deep. But if y'all want something, you all have already been watching it anyway. As far as something kind of filling that void with Blackish, the Wonder Years, I think that's an excellent show too so far.
Yeah, because I watched the original one and I was such a fan. It was that, and then Doogie Howser will come on after that.
Howser, yeah.
So I love the flip of the Wonder Years. I think it's great.
Yeah, again, portraying us in a better light.
Yes.
Charlie 2 said, "I am reading and listening to books and podcasts right now and created by people I am watching." And then she says, "No slave movies that tell the truth. I am here for it, though." No, that's right.
No doubt.
Well, fam, we did it again, y'all. We've done it again.
And another one. Happy anniversary to you.
Happy anniversary to you.
Hey.
It's all right.
I like that.
That's all right there.
See how he just does stuff? It just comes off the dome.
Off the dome. He's so humble. He's so humble.
Yeah. I'm telling y'all.
All right.
Since you be working me about this, let me. I'll do that one the next time.
Charlie 2 said, "My intake of entertainment has been written by or created by my own circle." Well, that's what's up. We appreciate you supporting us. Because I mean, it means a lot, and hopefully, you know, everybody that comes on, hopefully they get a chance to share it with everybody.
Correct.
Sincerely appreciate it. Like I said, out the gate, you've been my biggest supporter. Yeah. Literally. I mean, not lying. I mean, we got some supporters out there too that's right behind you running neck to neck, but everybody do their part on this show. So we appreciate everything that you've done and continue to do.
She said, "Here's to many more, and I want to or will come back." We expect you to.
You don't have to want to.
Yep.
You are invited.
Always invited. Well, y'all, any closing words, thoughts?
Guys, we're at King Carrie Dixby and Queen Renee Dixby's home. And all I'm going to say is when I walked in, it smells so good. So I'm hungry. I'm going to go on upstairs and fix me a plate. So I'm saying good night. Pitbull out.
Appreciate you joining us. Another one in the books. Hopefully we get a chance to do this again. I think we might try to. I don't want to overstep my boundaries, but maybe every now and then, blend being together as well as doing StreamYard. But it's nothing like being in the same room together with these two. So I thoroughly enjoyed it.
And if you don't know where that came from,
I know, but it was funny.
I'm gonna tell you something. Charlie 2 says, "See you soon." We will see you soon, sis. And thank y'all once again for joining us. We definitely appreciate it. It's been what do you call it? A labor of love. Of what we do here.
Yes.
To get the opportunity to share with y'all our thoughts and hear from y'all what your thoughts are and your hopes are, and hopefully be able to encourage you.
Shout out to the family. Thank you so much for the birthday love. I really appreciate it, guys. I was touched. This chapter 47 is going to be great. Adrian, I see your face too. Chapter 47 is going to be a great journey for me. And it started out with you guys' prayers and well wishes. And that is the part that touched me the most, is that, it wasn't just a happy birthday. It was like, look, we praying for you, we encouraging you. I hope this is great. I mean, I take all of that in bountiful, just love. And I'm going to use it the whole year. So thank you.
Reason why I made that face, because I can't believe she's 47, to be honest. I mean, she doesn't look 47 at all. I'm in my 50s, and she looks like she's like knocking on 30 something.
That's good. That's good.
So,
yes.
Shouts out to the bloodline.
That's good living. Good living.
Charlie 2 said Leo season. Okay, on that note, we're gonna get ready to go. Thank y'all once again for joining us. Share the show. Let people know about the podcast. It really means a lot to us, because to us it's we don't just do this lightly. To us it's a movement, because we need positive energy going out instead of getting all this negative and stuff. You bring it to the table. So thank y'all once again. Y'all be good. Peace. I wish we had some closing out music, but we might get in trouble with that. You know how Facebook is.
I know. Facebook like to mute you.
They be tripping.